Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play War for the Overworld. Alright, my minions.
Some of your minions are unhappy.
My traps are almost set up as I would like them. So,
Defense built.
Yeah. So I'm putting these well souls over in this side because of the radius they have. Everything standing in this hallway over here will get drained of life.
Assembly ready.
Not really found a way to make them any more efficient because, well, you can't have half
shall
those.
fear my name, Lucius, the Emperor God.
And then you go with Lucius. Why not call yourself Malfoy while you're at it? But I am not ready yet.
Gargoyle complete. You've gained an additional sin.
Right, that's...
Assembly activated.
Now I just need to collect some sin so I can summon a Archon. I may also want to extend the this here.
Enough gold.
Alright, here they come.
Blade Lotus is under attack. One of your minions is unhappy. Your bombard is under attack.
It's so nice when their attacks fail to inconvenience me. I mean, granted, I am locking up a lot of mana here, but
Your
hey,
Blade Lotus is under attack.
that doesn't really matter to me much.
Worthless. No matter. My armies are as endless as my resolve.
I don't think so, Your Highness. But you're welcome to think that, of course. Now, I
Let's
could...
hope your vault is brimming, Underlord. It is payday. Ember Rift complete.
Right. Let's get that over to the library. I mean, they can't research it quite yet, but that's fine. Now, as I was saying, these prisoners are here. I could turn them over to my side, but aside from the huntresses, not really interested in that. Rather, I want to turn them into spirits and then drop them on my creatures to increase their level a little bit more quickly. However, for that, I will need one of these. Because I didn't
Losing
really...
is all part of the fun, right?
I didn't quite explain what the Spirit's Chamber does. Essentially, it's an alternative way of training your
You've
creatures.
received a new sin.
Yep. Right, so we're going with the behemoth again.
Behemoth summoning underway.
Essentially, you can either spend gold and have a spirit, a shaman creature, push experience into your creatures.
A witch doctor has entered your dungeon.
A witch doctor, that's what I said.
One of your minions is unhappy.
Or you can just simply create spirits and drop those onto your creatures. A much easier process. I will also need a couple of prisoners to be able to feed my vampires, because they will need food. Alright. It's not quite as optimal as I might want. Yeah, they really do need 6 walls, which is quite difficult to do if I cannot do anything, if I cannot fix the door, this wall here. But this is efficient enough as it is. So let's get a couple of level 10s
Door complete.
that I have. Yeah, you can burn. Level 8s. Level 10. definitely. Just burn. Just burn. Give me your experience. Just burn.
One of your minions is unhappy.
My minions are not quite so bad off as they seem to be. But they're not quite at the level I need. I really...
You're low on lockable mana.
Darn. Alright, well, I'll just requisition a couple of...
A new sin has been researched.
Things. Like I said, I'm pushing it a little bit on lockable mana and all that.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Alright. So they're still burning. Let's just wait until I have them all. Now, I could use the spear to scout the enemy, but there's no real point. Alright, let's start leveling up my people. You. And you three. You.
Ember Rift complete.
And that's... to you as well.
You've got another sin to use, Underlord.
That's quite alright. I never built them a tavern, did I? Well, I'm so busy, you can't expect me to remember everything. Right, and I also
received a new sin.
Want some potions. Crackpots are quite nice in that way. Just help them out by claiming territory for them.
Some of your minions are unhappy.
Yeah, but remember when the game told me that some disciples were gonna come over and, you know, be a problem for me? I've not seen them yet.
A crackpot has entered your dungeon.
Let's see.
Your behemoth will be summoned in 1 minute.
Right, that's quite enough time. Let's start digging towards the biggest problem here, and that's the forge they have set up. Now, it is well defended. It consists mainly of these shrines over here, which I need to destroy. Once I do that, they will stop being able to replace any doors and such that they have. Which is annoying because they keep doing that while the forge exists. Alright, I've got 2 experience things. Alright, let's just use them.
Your units have been blessed with experience. Your units have been blessed with experience. Your behemoth will be summoned in 10 seconds. One of your minions is unhappy. Behemoth summoned.
Alright, this should make the people much happier now that they can actually eat something.
Your vaults cannot store any more gold.
Alright, let's get some level 7s. 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure that all my necromancers are top levels, which by now they should be.
Ready yourselves for another assault.
No. They want to supply me with more fools. I'm kind of okay with that. Let's put in a portcullis over
Let them
here.
see the true might of our power.
You've discovered an artifact of incantation.
Yeah, so these give me the ability to immediately get the
You've
incantation
identified
finish. I'm
an
not
artifact
bothering with
of
the
work.
Kinos right now.
You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. Your vaults cannot store any more gold.
Alright,
Defense ready.
let's get... You. Alright. Level 9s, level 10s, that is beautiful.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
Of course it is. That's what it's for.
Portcullis complete. Your portcullis is under attack.
It's so obvious. Everyone is completely incompetent. You simply need to see the truth as I see it. Your souls will be cared for by Kira or by my own hand.
Right, now. Blood. For the sacrifice. Blood. To defeat a damn god.
A ghoul has risen in your crypt. Vampire ready. Vampire activated.
Hey, look at that, the little fleshling vampire. Alright, let's give him a proper training. In which I mean I sacrifice one of these fools. Actually, I'll sacrifice two of these fools, because I have another... Not you. You. And let's do that again. Now I'm only sacrificing
your minions, Underlord.
these guys,
Oh,
because
they're
I don't
hard
feel like they're really going to pull their weight in the coming fight.
You need a larger vault.
And I can always get more. Right, I just need the ritual to be enacted.
Vampire ready. Vampire activated. A vampire has entered your dungeon.
I got my vampires. Where are my spirits? And there's one. So, Vampire 1, Vampire 2. Boom. Boom. Right. Nope, not yet. Let's get this dug out. Right, let's move everything over. I can't bring the Goliaths with me, but oh well. And let's bring the vampires as well. They'll probably like the exercise. And I will probably want to do something about these cannons. I'll just create a couple of neutral bridges so my creatures can get over there. Most of my other minions should be high enough level now that they can handle pretty much everything they need to. Alright, so we've broken through the first portcullis. Alright, let's deal with these cannons so I don't get sniped on the way back. And that's adorable.
I have done so much, and yet you still stumble around as though you have no heads. I've given myself entirely to you, and yet you insist on failing me.
Well
done, Underlord. Only one left.
Alright, let's break the other one. And then myself can start focusing on what needs to be done.
Good. Now they have no means of replacing their defenses. Push on.
Yes. Destroy the old, the weak, the ancient stones of this empire. A new palace will be built atop your shattered bodies and cracked souls.
You know, the Emperor does start to sound a little bit evilish. Just a little bit.
Ember Demon lost.
Yeah, well, that's what they're for. Just wipe out the last of these defenses so that I can retreat back to my dungeon. Right. Are they done? Right, teleport back. And you can deal with the rest.
Your minions are in combat.
Right, time to deal with the barrier and the winches. And then this should be easily enough. So let's create another group. And let's put a Panther in there. And let's see. Level 7, that's quite nice. I do recommend, if you use this strategy, make sure that the Bafu is at the very least level 5.
Your minions have entered battle.
Alright, so let's just get my my trusty friend over there. And let's prepare the Kinos.
Now, it's up to your veteran cultists to channel the ritual. Kino's ready. The ritual is ready, Underlord. Be wary. Once activated, the barrier will only be disabled for a short time. So make sure your minions are in position before you unleash hell.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Kino's activated. The barrier is down. Get your minions inside before it recovers.
I am working on that. Right, so we need to disable the Kino so that I can fly in this gully. Well, this mode really, but that's not the point. Once I get past this point,
has risen in your crypt.
I can easily fly wherever I wish, as long as I have not patched this out. I'm not entirely sure if this...
The barrier has returned. There are sealing obelisks to the east and west, Underlord. Pound them into dust, and there should be no energy for the barrier to remake itself.
Your loyalty will be rewarded when you return. Oh, that is a neat trick. Once we've got a bit more privacy, I'll show you mine.
That dotard of an emperor has sent another bloody wave.
Strike out. Arrest the progress of this demon.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna have to keep going, so... Now, because the barrier is slanted here, I can pass by with my Bafu. Quite easily, in fact, and there's no barrier in the back area.
A ghoul has risen in your crypt.
Now, here's the winches. You have to be careful of the defenses, but they are quite slow in firing, and if you time it right, you can dodge strafe that. 3 shots.
Winch left asunder.
And you can do whatever you like. Right, just aim straight.
Fine work, Underlord. The bridge is down.
Right.
Get your minions inside and tear the defenders limb from limb.
And you
Come on in. I've been waiting for you.
return to base. And I don't no longer need this flag. In fact, I don't need this group anymore. Right, so now we'll just destroy this wave.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
And let's create a couple more spirits. Let's see. Level 7s.
You helpless fools! You worthless, useless... You fiends! Why do you not fulfill my orders?
Because they're incompetent. Because they're being led by a fool. Because they have never seen a mastermind like me before. All of the above. You take your pick.
Your minions are fighting the enemy.
That is fine. Let's actually set the Ember Demons to go over here. The Ember Demons really just serve as a means to unleash, to draw in the enemy.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
May you rot! Your failure is an insult to your Emperor!
Time to pay your minions, Underlord, for all their hard work. You need a larger vault.
Alright, let's get some of the more conspicuous minions
Your
to
prison
level
is
up.
filled to the brim.
So, level 10s all around.
A ghoul has risen in your crypt.
Let's see. Level 7s. Now, it is kind of important again that I don't empty out my entire dungeon, because I do want to have some prisoners available to feed my vampires. Because otherwise they will get cranky and start feeding upon the people, my actual minions, and I don't want that. So, right now I'm just trying to get
Build a
my...
larger vault, Underlord.
Yeah, that's not necessary. I mean, I suppose I could just dig out a little bit more. Alright, I think, yeah, I have some more. So let's get my crackpots up to a high enough level that they are actually able to participate in the fight.
One of your minions is unhappy.
Right, level 10s all around. I think we're ready. So let's get the Kinos ready again.
Underlord, you won't be able to assault the fortress with the barrier still intact. Use the Unleashed Kinos ritual to smash through it.
Right. Everybody gather. Because we only get one chance at this. Darn, I forgot to make potions. Oh well. Shouldn't take long to do this. Right. My behemoth is in here, so everybody up to the gate. And go.
Kino's activated. The barrier is destroyed. Get your minions inside quickly. One of your minions is unhappy. And the bloody thing is back again.
Yeah, well, that's not really a problem now. With the forge destroyed, I can easily just move forward and take out the pylons. And ensure that I have a reinforcement wave ready. Should it be necessary. I don't think it is. I mean, I've got plenty of stuff. Now, I prefer to pick the behemoth Archon. The behemoth elemental, because it's very good at destroying structures, which is usually a problem here. Right, let's break through. And this is too much of a mess for me to see what's going on, but I assume that my creatures are winning. Alright, that's the first one down. Alright, back to the central hallway.
Your minions fight the enemy.
I can feel their beating hearts. Thousands, millions, all for me. All ready to follow my every command.
Alright, and since I don't really care for any more reinforcements, might as well take care of this quickly.
Good start. Now move quickly and destroy the rest. Well done! Now move on to the other set of gateways. Your minions are unable to get to a tavern.
Yeah. Let's get a few food drops going. Alright, into the training room. No point in leveling my creatures here because they can't level any further. Just destroy.
Shadow lost.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Past the kitchen. I mean, I know this is essentially a mixing chamber, but oh well. But you can really skip all of this. Just breaking the crystals, destroying the gateways, all not necessary for the goal. If you do it what I did, only faster of course, because I'm really literally taking my time. Because I feel like taking my time.
Gear up. You're the next to go.
Alright then.
Excellent work. Their barrier won't be regenerating again.
Well, that will certainly ensure that I will get my minions through. Alright. Let's destroy their reinforcements. Still have not seen any disciples coming from that area. I'm not entirely sure if that function is working as intended or completely broken.
Only 2 gateways remain intact. A minion is unhappy because it hasn't slept lately.
It can sleep when it's dead.
Insignificant. As their god, I need only their fealty, their prayers. I'll see to your destruction by my own hand.
Fine work, Underlord. Their reinforcements are helplessly trapped on the surface. Your minions are beginning to starve, Underlord.
Oh, well, then we'll feed them. Right, drawbridge is down. And my minions can cross. But then again, I did not save and load, so... all still working as intended. Right, let's deal with his guards.
A minion is unhappy because it can't go to bed. Your prison cannot store any more captives.
Now, where is the Emperor himself? There he is. Alright, let's rage out.
There stands the boy, Emperor Lucius. It's your time to shine, Underlord. Tear him asunder and bring the Empire crashing down.
When I rise up, I will be as a new star. My radiance will herald the dawn of a new age. Release me. Free me. I am the truth.
He is battered, Underlord. His splintered bones herald the moment of our total victory.
Release me. Free me. I am the truth.
Yeah, he's dead. The annoying thing is the level doesn't end until this sequence is over, so you need to have much time left over.
Release me. Free me. I am the truth.
Broken record much?
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, good question.
Yes, rend the flesh from my bones. Free me from these weak trappings and bear witness to my true power.
The wretch is wounded. Crush him, Underlord. Rip him to shreds.
Is that all you've got, Underlord? You are but a puppet, a weak being, easily pulled to and fro by your strings. Nothing more than a plaything for those of us who can see the truth. The light that I now embody.
Even the Aum cannot save this entitled wealth. What? Underlord, he has used the Aum to transport himself to your home realm.
What?
Quickly! You must return to your realm and stop whatever madness he has planned.
I'd love to. Now, I did build up my home realm a little bit before this moment, so that I wouldn't look too stupid when he invades, because of course I know this is coming. But I expect this fight was built to be tackled at a much lower level for most minions, so it would take longer. Still stupid though, that it doesn't work quite that way when you've got overpowered creatures.
You sniveling rat! Gaze upon the power at my command! Your presence has sown chaos throughout my realm, and now your own world will fall subject to my will. I will squash you, rend you, tear you, and burn you until not even a shadow of your former self can be seen across the ether. Come, snivel, beg for mercy. I want to hear you scream.
I'm terribly sorry it had to end this way, Underlord. But you've played your parts. The realm is wide open. The Empire thrown into disarray, and... well... you've already met my newborn. I will turn his madness outward unto his own beloved lands, and seed a chaos that will span continents, spreading for centuries. Well done, Underlord. Now reap your reward. Your...
Welcome back, Overseer.
And that is indeed the main campaign of war for the Overworld. You know, a little bit sudden perhaps. I mean, I do think that the story is a little bit unsatisfying, but still true to character. I mean, I fully expected Mendicus to betray me at some point, since he'd given me so much power with the keen arsenal. But it was easy to see where this was going. A pity perhaps that it's such a simple story, but hey, doesn't have to be a bad thing per se. As long as you tell it well, the simple stories also work. And I do like the implementation of all this. War for the Overworld certainly does capture the aesthetic and feeling of the original Dungeon Lord, Dungeon Keeper. Yeah, even some of the humor, although admittedly, well, different creative minds and all that. Still doesn't quite feel like all the little minions you have much character beyond their appearance, although they are far better animated than in Dungeons, for instance, and I know what I'm saying. This will be revisited when I play Dungeons 2, which admittedly is a much better product. But for now, let's celebrate War for the Overworld for what it is. We have followed the story of Oberon, a dungeon lord, or an underlord, who was savagely betrayed by Mendicus. But Mendicus isn't quite finished yet with the realm of Kyria, and a particular dukedom of Phaestus awaits us still. But of course, now that Oberon is gone, another underlord will have to pick up the gauntlet. Who shall that be? But when we return, and I'll just go to the campaign for a moment. But when we return, we will be going over into the Heart of Gold expansion. Well, that is for next time. Thank you for watching, minions. Have an evil day.